It's Josh and Chantel, and this is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, a replay of today's full show.
Why did you say it like that?
Because I want to do.
It's Friday, June 21st, and today on the show, some genius wants to send people to Venus. We have a dog problem.
You do.
I got my lemonade. A new dinosaur has been discovered. I'm at war with a stray cat. Chantel is a middle squeezer, and she's a great mom. The finger spin challenge and tube meat.
Thanks for listening. You can hear the show live weekday mornings from 6 to 10. It's Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. Enjoy today's show.
Wake up, Classy 97. It's Josh and Chantel. Oh, hi.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Good morning.
Friday.
Yes, it is.
Why are you also like
Because I'm just
cavalier and
I'm just
cool.
casual, leaning
Joe
leaning
Cool
hard
over here.
Joe Cool. Hey, it's Friday. It is the 21st of June, and it is National Take Your Dog to Work Day.
Oh.
Could you imagine
No, that dog is crazy.
if Luna was in the studio right now?
How many offices do you think could participate in this? I don't think our boss would allow this.
Right.
I don't think a lot of places would allow this. So I'm curious to know.
So where I worked in this industry in a previous life,
Yes.
there was a person who worked in one of the many offices who had two dogs that she brought to work with her every day. And they were little. I mean, little miniature dogs. They were very small. And they were kind of older. They're probably 8, 9. And they had a little bed. And they slept in her office. And they just went to work with her.
And that was approved?
And then, I guess... And then in another office, there was a lady who brought her dog to work very regularly. And again, and it was a bigger dog and would sleep in the studio by her feet while she did radio.
And they
was the
weren't
thing.
service dogs?
Nope. They were just their dogs, their family members, their pets.
Awesome to have a bring your dog to work day.
It'd be chaos.
It would be chaos. But
if everybody showed up with a dog.
yeah, wouldn't it be cool? I like dogs.
They're the greatest. But anyway, I agree here right now.
No.
Probably
no,
not
not our
a
dog.
smart idea.
No,
It's National Smoothie Day.
Ooh,
You like a smoothie?
of course. Who doesn't?
Do you like Wagyu?
No.
You've never had Wagyu.
No, it's meat.
It is. It's tender. It's premium.
Have you ever had Wagyu?
No,
Why is it called Wagyu?
because that's the kind of cow it comes from.
Wagyu cows?
Yes.
What
like
makes-
Black Angus.
Okay.
Comes from a Black Angus cow.
Fancy. How come we've never heard of them before?
Wagyu?
Yeah, I feel like this is like huge in the last 5 years.
I wouldn't disagree with you.
And now you don't hear Black Angus anymore.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
I do. It's World Humanist Day. Let's run through a couple of these.
Okay.
National Daylight Appreciation Day, because today is the longest day of the year.
Oh, no. That
yes.
just means it's all going downhill.
That is
from
correct.
today.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's Cookie Dough Day.
Wait, also, the longest day of the year is not also the first day of summer?
That is correct.
That's interesting.
It happens to be the day after.
Interesting.
Yeah. It is, I said, National Cookie Dough Day. It's International Van Life Cooking Day. It's
Oh.
Dachshund Day, or Dachshund. And it is National Peaches and Cream Day. There's so much more. It's World Music Day. It's Take Back the Lunch Break Day. It's Make Music Day. It's Motorcycle Day. It's Ugliest Dog Day. There's so many days right now. It's Yoga Day. It's Draft Day, Skateboarding Day. It just keeps going.
Giraffe Day?
Yep.
I don't have anything to say to that.
All right. Well, hey, good Friday
Take back
morning.
the lunch break.
Yeah, I'm
That's
taking
my
it back.
favorite.
I'm getting out of the office. Gonna take my hour.
Give it back. Okay, Josh, imagine, if you will, that you and I have been dating for 6 years.
Okay.
And I say, hey, Josh, I got tickets to this concert that I really want to go to, and I have to fly there, but I need somebody to take me to the airport. Can you do that? And you say, oh, yeah, I'll take you to the airport. Sure, no problem. And then I wake up and you don't show, and I miss my flight, and then I miss my concert.
All right. So we've been dating
for 6 years.
For 6 years.
Yeah.
That's a real long time to be dating.
I know.
Okay. I should be dependable. You've asked me to do a favor.
Yeah, you promised me that you would.
I should be able to do that. You should be upset at me.
Okay.
Now, you should have tried to reach out. Let's say you called.
Maybe
you
I
texted,
did. I don't know.
Whatever. At some point, you should have been like, I'm going to get an Uber because I'm not going to miss this.
Okay, that's fair. But
so for you to just be like, nope, I'm missing it, and it's your fault, and I'm not going now. That's yes, bad on me, but also there are other ways to accomplish what you need to get done.
That's true.
But, okay, go on.
Okay, you also promised to stay at my house and dog sit, but you didn't do that either.
Well, but if you stayed because you didn't go to the concert, I'm off the hook for the dog sitter.
No, I took a shuttle to the airport and got a dog sitter. So now I've decided to sue you.
No.
Took you to court and sue you for damages, including the cost of the dog sitter and the shuttle to the airport.
I don't think you can sue for that.
That's true. You cannot. A judge heard the case.
Yeah.
And considered whether or not this agreement was legally binding.
Correct.
But decided it was not
that's
legally binding.
That's a very petty thing to say. We're going to sue. I'm going to sue you. Like that feels like second graders. Like I'm going to sue you.
I'm going to tell mom.
Yeah.
The judge says that while friends and colleagues and partners often make social agreements, it's not legally enforceable unless there's a, quote, act that demonstrates an intention that the person will be bound by their promises.
Yeah.
Some kind of
sort of paper
contract.
document, some sort of something.
Yeah.
No, this was just a I bet they're not dating anymore.
They're not.
Yeah.
Nope. This couple, this really happened, and they are no longer together.
Yeah. I don't think you can sue somebody just because you're having a bad day.
Also, take care of your girlfriend when she needs it.
You know. Maybe he was just mad he didn't get invited to go with her.
Maybe.
He's like, fine.
I'll show you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sure. I'll be there. Watch this.
Do you remember the Titanic submersible that imploded?
Mm-hmm.
That happened a year ago this week.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, it seems like it happened longer than that, but also it seems like that was pretty quick.
I know.
We were just talking about that whole thing.
Okay, so that company, do you remember what the company is called?
Blue Ocean something?
Ocean Gate.
Okay, yeah.
So the co-founder of that company is working on a manned mission to Venus.
Oh.
He wants to take a group of people to Venus. He knows how to keep the astronauts safe. Don't worry.
Yeah.
He knows how to keep everyone safe.
Good.
Do you want to go?
Zero chances of that happening.
Zero chances of you going or zero chances of it being safe?
Zero chances to both of those things.
I know. How do you think anyone's ever going to trust you again? I don't know.
Well, and this is the guy who is the co-founder of that company who was clearly not on the submersible.
He was not.
But well, okay.
He says that he can do it safely and cost effectively.
I bet, because that's what cutting corners really got you far. It's a bad idea.
Most scientists say Venus has a surface temperature of over 400 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go there.
And then it's uninhabitable.
Yeah, let's go. Check it out.
He doesn't want to lead the trip to Venus himself, but he suggests it would be possible for humans to live in floating cities just above the planet.
Cool. That exists already. So he can, people can go and just build up home and call it the new place to live.
Where do you live? Oh, just outside Venus.
Yeah, on a floating city that doesn't exist. People could live there in floating cities.
He says, get this. He says the reality is that Venus is much closer to Earth and has a much more similar orbit, which makes it much more accessible than Mars, lower cost, more frequent flight windows, shorter transit times. He says we don't have to worry about conducting successful landings on the planet's surface, which is one of the biggest challenges awaiting us on Mars.
I'm not even. No. This is just a terrible idea.
I know.
Yeah. You go ahead, bud.
Yeah. He did say that he was not involved in the design of the submersible. So
Yeah, no, I don't do water. I do space.
I do space. I got this.
I'm a space guy.
I'm fine. Everybody's fine. This is safe.
What are his credentials?
I don't know.
Not like former astronaut, former NASA rocket scientist. Like, none of that has been said.
Let me see. I don't know. I don't have any.
It's just guy with big idea.
Yeah. Yes.
Guy with big idea has a plan.
But he's not going to go.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm just going to send other people.
Right. You pay me. I'll put you in
Trust me.
I'll put you in this tin can and shoot you out a cannon, and we'll see how far you go.
Give me your money and just trust me.
Not doing it. Okay, so for good news today, I want to tell you about this group. It's called the Angel Heart Pajama Project.
Ooh.
They're based in Tucson, Arizona, and they were founded more than a decade ago. What they do is they give bedtime gifts to as many kids as possible for free. So they deliver pajamas, books for bedtime stories, blankets. They deliver all this stuff to places that help kids in needs, like the Ronald McDonald House Charities, for example.
Yeah.
So there is a lady named Maria Patterson, and her mom founded the Angel Heart Pajama Project over a decade ago. Her mom was inspired to start the charity because she, along with Maria, escaped Cuba in the 60s.
Oh, wow.
And a family allowed her to stay in America with them. And when the family made it all the way to Chicago, the first thing Maria's mom was able to get her kids in the U.S. was pajamas.
Oh.
Which is kind of cool. So that inspired her to donate pajamas to kids in need. That's where the whole thing started.
Yeah.
Well, Maria has kept things rolling and will be visiting dozens of charity groups this summer alone. She is motivated to honor her mom, who has since passed away. She says, it makes me emotional because I know she is manipulating things from above. The agencies, they are open, they're so grateful, and that is what I'm feeling, the gratitude surrounding that and my mom.
Oh.
So she is very inspired to continue things on now that her mom has passed, and the Angel Heart Pajama Project is going strong and still making a difference. I think that's very cool.
I like that too.
So, anyway.
That's fantastic
It's good news. It's very good news on a Friday on Classy 97.
I got to pull up a text thread.
Okay.
Let me give a backstory here.
All right.
We had a dog for about 12 years.
Yes.
And I didn't necessarily want that dog. I mean, I did because I agreed to having her in our house. That dog ate my favorite pair of shoes.
I know.
That dog dug holes in the backyard. That dog got hair all over. That dog had accidents in the house.
Right.
I did not care for that dog for the first 2 years of its living
life
in our home. Yes. That dog grew on me quickly, and that dog became my favorite dog, and I love that dog. And then we lost that dog last year.
Yes.
And I've been very sad. And then I was like, nope, I'm not getting another dog. It's not happening. I don't want one. For the sheer fact that I don't want one, and also because it's too sad to lose them.
Right.
And also it's just nice to leave whenever we want and not have to worry about what to do with our dog.
True.
I like not having hair in the house. I like not having to take care of an extra thing. It was great. So while I was sad to have lost our other dog, it was nice not having a dog.
Sure. It's like a year goes by.
A year goes by, and then you guys every day are like, we need another dog.
Not every day.
We need another dog. Both you and the kids. Oh, it'd be so sad. Our house is too empty. We need another dog. And I said, no. And then you found a Jack Russell Terrier, which is something that you've wanted for a while.
Yeah.
And then I said, I don't want this dog.
That's not what you said.
I did.
and maybe inside.
You
Outside, you said, this dog's got to come home with us, right?
No,
Like, yeah.
because I saw how happy you and Emery were, and I
Right.
was like, I'm never going to get these two away from this dog. There's no way that we're going to leave this dog at the shelter and leave and go home.
Right.
I'm not going to drag you and Emery away.
Right.
So that dog came home with us, and now I get this text. Hey, we have to figure out what to do with the dog when we go out of town for that weekend.
Right.
And I went, bro?
That's not what you said.
What did I say?
Not that. You got the text open in front of you. You
Well,
didn't say bro anything.
I did too. I actually did. You said, what are we going to do with Luna while we're in Salt Lake that weekend? I said, bro, I don't know. This is one of the reasons why I didn't want a dog.
Yeah. I said, I know.
And I said, you just kept saying, well, we could do this or we could do this.
Right.
And
I'm sorting it out.
I'm sitting here going, nothing. I did not want this dog.
Yeah.
Why has this now become my problem?
Because, see, it's only been a few months and it hasn't been 2 years. So it'll be fine. Things will grow. It'll be cool. It'll totally be cool.
So maybe in 2 years it'll be a we problem. But for now,
I see.
It feels like a you problem.
I see. I see. That's just where we are in the progression of things. We aren't at the we stage.
No.
I see.
And here's the thing. When that dog does something that I don't like, I don't take care of it.
I know. You go, that's your dog.
I am very much a selective dog.
Yeah, because you like it when she wants to snuggle up and hang out with you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, I like this. This is nice.
Yeah.
But then when she's rambunctious and bouncing off the walls and being Jack Russell.
Then
and
I
doing
go,
her
somebody
things,
else take care of
you're
that dog. I didn't want it. You do it.
This is how it is every day in the house. Somebody needs to feed that dog.
Yep.
It's not my dog.
Yeah, I do say that. It's not my dog. Go take care of it. I'm setting boundaries for myself is really what it is.
With a dog.
Because I didn't want that first dog.
I know.
And then guess what? The only reason she
her.
became my favorite was because I was the one that was taking care of her every day.
I know.
I'm not doing that with this dog. I can't get that attached. ...
Yet.
A couple of weeks ago, we talked about the Mormon cricket invasion in
no.
Nevada and Arizona.
Yes,
and
I saw this. I'm not excited about this.
It is headed here.
So I saw something yesterday posted from Clark County. Du Bois is being invaded by the Mormon cricket invasion right now.
Which are actually not crickets. They're grasshoppers.
They are.
And they're large.
Crazy looking.
Yeah.
Crazy looking.
A lot of people have said that they've seen them in Blackfoot as well. So.
Really?
We're surrounded.
East Idaho is surrounded by the Mormon crickets right now? I'm trying to see.
Okay.
Do they have a website that's tracking these things?
I don't know. They cannot fly, but they are able to travel long distances, and they measure 1.5 to 2 inches in length. I know. I'm trying to figure out what we're supposed to do when we see them.
Well,
do we do
over.
anything? Well, I know. Is there anything to do, or you just step on them?
I don't know.
Okay. If you're on an area highway and you see these, you're supposed to take it slow because they make for potentially slick driving.
Yeah, they make everything slippery.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah.
What else? I think that's kind of, you kind of just try and kill them as best you can. Right? I don't know. I was just reading a news article and it didn't really have any options for what you're supposed to do.
This is kind of interesting because here's what they do is they lay eggs in the ground and they that hatch and they just keep moving and moving and moving and moving. So there's so many. Du Bois, Blackfoot, and other parts of eastern Idaho are experiencing the sudden surge in crickets this week.
This week.
Right now.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay, how come this hasn't ever been?
I don't know.
A problem before?
I don't know if they work. I don't know. I don't know if they work similar to how like cicadas work. Like would they all hatch at once, and that causes a big problem? I don't know.
I don't know
I'm
either.
trying to
I'm not
trying to
excited
find out
about it.
more information about it, but apparently the Idaho State Department of Agriculture has a cost share program to handle grasshoppers and crickets, and they also provide the chemical, and farmers are responsible for applying it to their crops.
Okay.
If farmers think they're going to be impacted by the crickets, they should contact the ISDA to try and curtail the numbers. An action this year could prevent the population size next year. Crews are out spraying the crickets and hope that they don't cause too much damage to crops. They've been killing them, and hopefully they go away. They're such a pest. That is
Ew.
a quote from Joseph Sagers. Is that who that's from? Oh, no, that's from this Stoddard person who wrote in this article. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what to do about this.
I don't either.
Ugh. I'm not excited.
No,
I don't
I'm not
want.
either.
It's creepy. It's gross. I don't want them crawling all over everything. They're all over everything. Like they jump on you, and then people end up crying in their cars. Like, I don't know if you've seen some of these videos.
No.
Oh, there was this lady who posted online. She was sobbing her eyes out, just scared to get out of her car because she knows she's going to get attacked by them as she's walking from her car to her house.
Oh,
they're everywhere.
And then how do they not get in your house? They get in your house. Stay outside. We have a lemonade update.
All right. Let me tell you what happened and how exciting it was for me yesterday. Because there's a drink that I really, really like. And last summer, this particular drink spot had this as like a featured item. It was their drink of the summer. And I really, really, really fell in love with it. And I was like, this thing is so delicious. I just love this thing. And ordered it, I don't know, a dozen times over the summer. And then it went away as the featured item, but you could still pull in and go, yeah, I'm going to have that. And they were like, okay, but this ingredient, we put these strawberries on top. We don't have that anymore. And I went, that's fine. I like the rest of it. That means 99.9% of the drink is the same. And I'm good with that. So I would order it. Well, as time goes on and turnover happens and people that work there go back to school and new people get hired and whatever, over time, fewer people know about this drink. And so when I would pull in to order it, I'd say, here's what I want. And the drink was not the same at all. It was 0% the same.
And it became such a problem for you that you were like, I don't want to order it.
Yeah.
I don't want to order it because they'll get it wrong. And then I look like the bad guy that's like,
right.
this
I'm like,
isn't
that isn't
it.
what I ordered. Like, I ordered this thing, and it's the big drink from last summer. And they're like, I don't work here last summer. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So
no one gave me that recipe.
Really frustrating. And then I did some searching around online because I was like, somebody knows how to get this thing. And what I found was on a forum, somebody had posted, I used to work there. Here's how you order it. Order these 3 ingredients, and you'll get the drink you want.
It's hysterical that somebody out there or multiple people out there are experiencing the same turmoil that you are.
It's because it's delicious. So yesterday I had an appointment early on, and that after my appointment, I was like, I'm going to get a treat. And so I went through this drink spot, and I said what I read online. I said, I want this, this, and this. And the guy puts it in, and he goes, that's interesting. And I said, yeah, it's the summer drink from last year. You might like it. It's delicious. And he's like, well, I'll have to try it. Pulled up to the window. They opened up and said, here's your drink.
and you can tell.
And I saw it in her hand when she turned to hand it to me, and I went, it looks right. It looks right. This might be it. And I took my straw, and I put my straw in there, and I took a little sip, and victory was mine. Yes! So thank you to whoever used to work there that posted the recipe on the internet so that I could order it.
There's always a moment of when you did order it, before you ordered it yesterday, there was always this moment of like, right before they handed it to you. Is it going to be the thing?
Because
is it going to be right?
They turn with the cup, and if it is like screaming bright neon yellow, I'm going to have to go, I'm sorry. That's not what I ordered.
And nobody likes to be that guy.
I hate it. I hate that. It's so uncomfortable. So anyway, exciting news.
Great.
I know how to get my lemonade now.
La-di-da. Winner, chicken dinner.
Is that what they say?
Winner, lemonade drinker.
That's it.
Yeah. Josh is waging a war with, I don't think it's a stray cat. I think it's a neighbor's cat.
I just don't want it around. I don't care if it roams the neighborhood. Just don't roam my house.
Yeah, you're okay. For context, you grew up in a house.
We had a lot of cats.
You had a lot of cats.
Yeah. So I enjoy cats. I like visiting cats. I'm trying to figure out how to word this so it doesn't sound like I'm not a good animal person. I like cats.
You do.
I like animals. I can't stand when they are mean to me. And that's what this cat is doing.
And mean to you.
This cat shows up in the yard and knocks over the rose bush.
Yeah.
And knocks over my gnome. Every day, I have to go stand the gnome back up. I'm serious. This cat is rude to me.
Cat has a personal vendetta.
And there's plenty of evidence that there's been a cat in the yard, and I don't care for it.
And it's musking all over.
That's what I'm saying.
And I don't care for that.
That's the evidence I'm speaking of.
Sit in the backyard and enjoy the smell of my backyard. I smell that cat. So I'm also perturbed,
right,
but not as perturbed as you.
And I am not going to do anything to harm this cat. I have purchased some essential oil sprays that I have been putting around the backyard to try to dissuade him from musking around. I just don't want him to be in my yard.
Okay.
That's all. I just don't come to my house. Go everywhere else. I don't care.
We determined that he was the cat. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
It's a boy. The boy ones are the muskies.
Oh, okay. So we've determined that he had been sitting on our table and chairs.
Well, Luna found that out.
Found that out
because she went under the table and found the cat, and the cat shot out.
And the two of them had a little bit of a fight.
It was a minute where it was a scary moment.
That was a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Has the cat been back since then?
Well, I took the cover off of the table because I think he found sanctuary in there. And I was like, because the cover's new this year, because I didn't want dust and, rainwater and all that mud and everything that happens when it rains to get all over the table and the chairs and stuff. Mm-hmm. But the weather's nice, so I pulled the cover off, and I'll just keep watching. And if the weather's going to be nasty, I'll put the cover back on. Right. But I took the cover off because, he's making refuge in the chairs underneath the cover on the deck.
Okay, but was the dog in the fight with the cat enough of a traumatic experience that the cat hasn't been back since that happened?
I don't know the answer to that.
We don't have evidence of the cat coming back since that fight, is what you're saying.
I didn't go outside this morning to see if the gnome was standing. The gnome did not get knocked over yesterday, but I don't know what happened last night. There's a good chance the gnome has fallen over. I don't know why he knocks over that gnome.
He hates that gnome.
He knocks over the little rose that hasn't been planted.
I know,
and
that's
he knocks
my fault.
over the gnome every day.
You got to plant that rose. I'm sorry, Josh. I do get a little bit of a slight entertainment from just like
I'm so frustrated
every
about
day
it.
you go, that cat.
I'm tired of picking up the gnome.
We have two gnomes.
He doesn't care about the other one. He only knocks down the one that's right next to the plant I'm trying to save and bring back to life.
If that,
you know what I'm saying?
My hydrangeas.
I don't want him to hurt the hydrangea. I can never remember what it's called. And he keeps knocking over the gnome that's right next to it.
Don't you touch my hydrangea. If he ruins my hydrangea, then I'm going to have a problem with the cat.
Yeah.
So.
Watch out.
You better watch out, cat. There's a museum in Denmark called the Museum of Evolution.
Okay.
And there, for a year, people that have visited the museum have looked at a dinosaur that had a placard next to his name that just said, "A new dinosaur under study. Stay tuned." And it kind of looked like a triceratops, but it was just a little bit, it had a different ornate skull.
So this is what kind of animal? Do
So
we know?
it's a recently discovered animal, recently discovered dinosaur that
And it
they've
is?
named Lokiceratops.
Low-key.
Loki. I mean, Loki
Low
is a
key,
new dinosaur.
yeah, low key, bro, low key.
They named it after the Norse god Loki, which is also where the
Oh, okay,
Marvel character got
all right.
his
Because the horns look like that helmet.
name. I don't know. What does the helmet look like?
Loki's helmet looks like two big horns.
Here's what the dinosaur looks like. It's got.
That's Loki's helmet.
Okay, yeah, it does kind of look like that.
Okay,
So that's probably why they named it after that.
because it looks like Loki's helmet.
Yeah.
All right.
So they discovered this dinosaur. The official name is Lokiceratops rangiformis.
Cool.
They discovered it 5 years ago and then just barely gave it a name. Now, here's what's interesting.
I'm not a big fan of his head.
They found this dinosaur in northern Montana,
Okay.
about 3 miles south of the Canadian border.
Yeah.
How come it's in Denmark?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
How,
I don't know.
How do museum
But
things
hold
work?
on.
You
Can I
hold on.
just tell you, there's no way that these renderings are what this animal looked like.
I agree.
Because I showed you this because I showed you a skeleton and I said, "What animal is this?"
Oh, yeah.
And you guessed 100 different things. None of them were rabbit. If you look at a rabbit skeleton, you would never guess what that animal looks like based on its skeleton.
Right.
So that's what we have to go by, right? Like
Yeah.
we have bones. So these are assumed drawings
Yes.
based on pieces that have been found to say, yes, this is what we believe this animal looked like. But we have absolutely no way of knowing. And I'm looking at these renderings, and it's goofy looking.
It is goofy looking.
There's no way that's what it actually looked like. There's no way. Look at it.
I know. I see
It's
it.
ridiculous. It is no.
That's not the same picture that I have.
That's what I said. I looked it up. I looked deeper into it. I need somebody to get real serious about their renderings.
You don't think these people are real serious about it?
I think they're real goofy. I think they sit around going like, well, what do you think this looked like?
Let's see how many people can buy into this.
Yeah, look at this thing.
Also,
Look at his big hat.
Again.
Looks like the great Pumbaa. Like, what is he doing?
if it was found, look at you.
It's ridiculous.
If it was found in Montana,
Yeah.
why is it in a museum here?
I
Why'd
don't
they
know.
ship it to Denmark? Denmark Museum paid more money to have it. Is
I
that
have no
why?
idea.
Is there a museum bidding war? This is my question.
Oh, now you're getting into
Honestly.
underground museum battles.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to know.
They all meet and their snaps as they walk toward one another.
If I find dinosaur bones in my backyard,
Right.
and I call somebody,
Mhm.
what did you say? Snaps?
Don't worry about it.
Sharks.
Yeah, you get it.
Jets.
Right.
Um,
Except it's museum terms. Like mummies,
what's the other one?
statues,
Okay.
skeletons.
I find dinosaur bones in my backyard, and I call the authorities,
Uh-huh.
and I say, hey, I think I've discovered some dinosaur bones in my backyard. They come take a look, and they're like, yeah, this is like bones from this type of dinosaur. Who determines who it belongs to then?
Doesn't it just belong to the earth?
If it, I guess I could rebury them,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're taking them away from Mother Earth.
or if it's part of something real, then a museum is going to want them. And then what? They're mine, technically, if they were found on my property.
Is that how that works?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. And then is it a bidding war between museums to be like, no, I want that, so I'm going to pay
does the
you?
money come to you?
Right. That's what I'm asking. Now I'm real
Or
curious.
do you just get naming rights? Like, oh, we found the Chantelosaurus.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
The Chantelosaurus?
No, I don't want that, but I want to have naming rights. I want to name the new dinosaur. Yes. I could come up with something better than Lokiceratops rangiformis.
I don't think you could.
I do.
Does it have a ringiformis in it? Whatever you're going to call it? Because ringiformis is pretty good. Try it again. Loki, Triceratops, Orangiformis.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
No, it isn't. I can come up with something
That
better.
guy parties. Oh, there's old Orangiformis.
I saw on the internet a while ago, they had these Barks root beer float ice cream things.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I got to find those. And then, as I always do, I take a picture of something and then I forget about it.
Forget about it.
We saw them the other day.
And when we were at my food store,
Yeah.
my kitchen store.
They have them there.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, we got to try these.
So we got a case of them.
Yes.
Because you can't just buy one.
Well, no, that wasn't even an option. You had to buy the case. Oh, shucks. We had to buy the case.
Oh, dang it.
So we popped those puppies open last night.
Yeah, I've not had anything quite as good as that in a long time.
It was really
It was
delicious.
a very nice treat. What I like about it, because it's a root beer float kind of popsicle thing.
Yeah.
So it's frozen root beer and vanilla ice cream
Yes.
in the same little popsicle. And what is so good about it is everything I dislike about a root beer float is not in it. It doesn't have that weird foam that forms and then doesn't go away.
Yeah.
That is gross
Yeah, it
and
is
makes
gross.
the inside of your glass gross.
Yeah, it does.
So
It doesn't have that.
I was very excited it didn't have that. And the flavor is super good
Spot on, right?
Yeah.
It tastes like a root beer float.
because it's frozen root beer and vanilla ice cream.
What I didn't like is the container that it came in.
No. You didn't like the container
No.
or you couldn't make the container function?
I didn't like the container.
Because it's like an old push pop, but instead of just pushing the pop up,
You have to squeeze.
which never worked,
No,
by the way.
it never did.
It's just it's like a toothpaste thing. That's why you don't like it. You're a middle squeezer. I knew it. That's why.
middle squeezer.
Yeah, when you use your toothpaste, you squeeze from the bottom of the tube or the middle. You're a middle squeezer.
I am a middle squeezer. But
And that's why you don't like the container that it comes in, because it works like toothpaste.
I don't like the container that it came in because it was not easy to squeeze. And then because I had been squeezing it so hard, I popped a hole in the bottom and then it was melting out the bottom. So I had to roll it up. It was nonsense.
Because you squeezed in the middle
No,
first.
I didn't.
You did. Because that's how it got back pressure to push down toward the bottom. Because you're a middle squeezer.
How dare you?
How dare you, middle squeezer? I bet you when you try one tonight, because that'll probably happen. If
yeah.
you squeeze from the bottom, I bet you have a different experience.
It's hard to squeeze from the bottom because it's frozen. How did you squeeze from? It's frozen. You can't squeeze anything.
Middle squeezer.
No, I hate it. But I love it.
It's so good.
I just have to find a way to eat it.
I have an idea.
Call me a middle squeezer.
Don't squeeze it in the middle. Classy 97. It's Josh and Middle Squeezer. Sorry, Josh and Chantel.
Okay, listen. There's a thing called the finger spin challenge, and it's trending online.
Okay, finger spin.
Yep.
I got fingers.
It seems easy at first and then impossible. So here's what you have to do. Try at home if you can.
Try along. Don't crash a car.
If you're driving, don't try this. You have to spin your index finger on one hand. So take an index finger of one
Yes.
hand. Either decide to spin it forward or backward. It doesn't matter.
So I'm turning mine counterclockwise.
Okay, I'm going forward.
Well, or I guess if I look at it this way, it's clockwise. It just depends.
Doesn't. Just
Okay,
forward or backward, bud.
I'm going this way.
Okay.
Okay.
Then you take
This
the
one,
finger
this
on your other hand
Yeah.
and you have to do that the opposite direction.
So this way.
Oh my gosh, I'm doing it.
And this way.
Look at me. Are you doing it?
Not as
No,
well as
you're
you.
not. Look at me.
Look at a thing you can do.
I can do something that you cannot do. Hot
No.
diggity dog.
Let's try it with my left first and then this one. No, that's very difficult.
I love
Do
it.
it again.
Okay. I have to start with this finger
Yeah.
and then backward. Oh no. Oh no. I was
No,
doing
you're
so
kind of
good.
back into it.
No. No.
Kinda. You accidentally. I think you weren't thinking about
I think
it
you're
when
right.
you did it. You were just moving through the motions of the thing. It's very hard to keep one going one way and try to concentrate on the other going the other. That's a challenge.
Okay. I got it. No. Oh, I have it. No.
Your one's kind of going up and down.
It's fine. I had it
This
for a
one
minute.
was going this way, and then this one you were just kind of going up and down with it.
We have on the record you saying that I did it.
For a second, you were doing it.
Boom.
But then you thought about it.
I know, but it's okay. For just a brief minute, I could do something that you couldn't.
So are these people doing this online? Are they pretty successful at
No.
it? No.
People are finding that they are like, this should be easy, but it's really difficult.
It is. Should it be easy? Because something's happening where your brain says,
It's the
like, I can do the same this way. I can do the same this way. Very easy.
rub your
This
tummy,
one-
tap your head
but
challenge.
I can do that. I can rub my head and I can tap my stomach. That's easy.
No.
I can rub my stomach and pat my head.
No.
Yes.
You're kind of
Nope. I'm not kind of anything. I can do that one. But I can't figure this out.
keep practicing, buddy.
It
keep-
feels just goofy.
Keep trying, bud. You'll get it. This is a story about an Uber driver named John. Nope.
John?
Sorry.
His name's not John?
No, his name is
Or he doesn't
not
drive
John.
for Uber. What's the problem?
I actually don't know the Uber driver's name.
All right, we'll call him John.
No. We'll call him Ron.
That's so much different. Ron, the Uber driver.
Okay, so Ron is the Uber driver. Ron is driving in Dallas. He picks up a guy named John. The rider's name is
It'd be
John.
embarrassing if they were both named John. John. Nice to meet you, John. Good to meet you, John. Hey, John. Good to see you, John.
Listen, shush. Okay,
So Ron and
so
John.
Ron is driving. He stops, picks up John.
Yeah.
They exchange pleasantries like, "Hey, how you going?"
I think they probably went like this. He got in and he went,
Okay, I'll be
John?
the Uber driver.
and you're Ron. You're Ron?
Yeah.
And so you pull up
Yep.
and I open up the door and I
Yes.
go, Ron? And you go,
John?
and I go, John? I thought your name was Ron. I'm confused. Sorry. I'm John. Are you John?
Stop.
Or are you Ron? How about I call you Ron John?
Okay, listen, let me get this story out. Stop talking. You zip it. Okay. So Ron, the Uber driver, pulls up, picks up John. John gets in the car and says, "Hey, man, how's it going?"
Hey,
"Good,
Ron.
How are you?"
John?
Let's. Where are you going? And they like briefly chat for about 30 seconds.
Well, but on Uber, they already know where they're going.
Okay.
And they already know each other's names.
All right. So they
Get to the story.
I am. They briefly chat for about 30 seconds. And then John from the back seat goes, "What's your name?"
Wait a minute. I know this story.
And the Uber driver says, "John." And he goes,
Ron. His name's Ron.
Ron. Yeah.
He goes,
And
John.
Ron-
And they
John
haven't seen
says-
each other since
yeah.
high school or
John
whatever.
says, "I think I know you."
Yeah.
Ron turns around and goes, "What's up, buddy?"
Yeah.
Yeah, they're old friends. They haven't seen each other for 20 years.
Yeah. Unreal. I saw this video. It's adorable.
It is adorable.
Because they realize and they're like, what is happening right now?
I know.
I love that they reconnected
I
in
do too.
paths years and years and years later. It's so wholesome and nice.
I do. I agree. It is
Because
very
Ron's
wholesome.
just doing his Uber thing. He's just
Yeah.
like, I gotta go pick up this guy John.
I'm
I'll
just
show
doing
him the
my
address.
thing. Yep.
And they started doing small talky stuff, which was cool
Yeah.
because he was like, hey, is it busy for you? He's like, always busy on a Friday. They were just normal Uber passenger type
chit-chatting.
stuff.
The
And
breeze.
then and he's like, wait a minute. And he goes, what's your name? And he's like, Ron. Yeah. And he goes, Ron.
I know you.
And the moment he stops the car and looks in the back seat, like, wait a minute, I know this guy.
You can kind of tell the guy from the back seat, John. He kind of keeps looking at him like,
I'm pretty sure.
It's like your mannerisms are familiar, but
right.
how do I ask if you're who I think you are? I love it.
Yeah,
It's so
it's a
cute.
very good
It's
video.
adorable.
You share
Now
the video.
you have an old friend
This is
from
true.
high school that
His
just
name's John.
His name is John. That's no lie. That is not a lie. that you've been
John,
meaning
Ron,
to call and
I know. Yeah.
have some chit chat with.
I know.
You
We're
should
trying to
absolutely
catch up.
do it. Go
Trying to-
catch up with your old pal.
My old pal John. That's not his name.
Yes, it
It's
is
part
too.
of his name. His name's Jonathan.
He doesn't go by John?
No, he goes by Jonathan.
Oh. Whoa.
Like he's fancy? What does that mean? Oh. Yeah, no, a friend from high school who recently moved back to the area. I'm excited. I
Give
just
him
haven't
a
had a
phone
chance
call.
to. Like, I've been busy. It sucks. Like, that's the hard part. Is I'm like, I just want to go hang out, but I haven't been able to.
Go do
So,
it.
I'm working on
Give him an old ring-a-ding.
it. Hey there, old. Howdy ho.
Don't call him John.
Yeah. Like,
Only
John.
Jonathan.
John, what's up?
This is real life. I have a stray eyebrow hair that I cannot.
I know. I'm tired of watching you try to find it.
Find
really.
it.
I tried to help.
You didn't help.
I said I tried to help.
You didn't try. You didn't.
My way of helping was to just
You just-
push your eyebrow backwards the
Yeah.
wrong way and see if you could find it.
No, that didn't
And that
help.
didn't help?
Nope.
That's usually what helps me.
Well, that does help because sometimes yours get a little bit really bushy,
what I'm
and then
saying.
if you bush them up, then they stick out.
Right. That's
But-
why I was trying to do.
No, I can still see
But
it.
I like that yours just got real fluffy and then I left it and just walked away.
And you didn't see anything.
No,
You
there's
didn't
nothing
help.
there.
No, there is.
I don't
I
think
can
there
see it.
is.
No. There is.
No, I'm pretty sure there's not.
No, but there is.
I mean, if you keep plucking, you're going to have that little
I know, I'm
gap
gonna
like
have-
Charlie Puth.
I know. I keep trying to feel the long ones and root it out, but I'm going to really have a bald patch if I keep going
That's what I'm saying. You're going to end up with that little line.
because I don't even have a mirror. I'm just doing it. How do they look?
Nice. Pretty good. They look like eyebrows. Do you want me to paint them for you? I do a really good job painting your
No.
eyebrows.
No, thank you. No, thank.
They should be darker in my painting.
What?
Your eyebrows.
Why? They're
Because
not.
they're the same shading as your forehead. They should be darker.
Here is a therapist shared 5 traits that she thinks makes somebody a good mother.
Okay.
So, Josh.
Oh, this sounds like a trap.
It's not. It's not a trap. She's aware of her personal pitfalls.
This sounds like a trap.
How about this? She may feel like a failure. She constantly compares herself, her marriage, and her kids to others.
This sounds like a trap.
She leads by example in growth.
These are things that make a good mom,
Yeah.
okay?
She indulges her needs and is selfishly selfless. She's honest and owns her own shortcomings. She demonstrates how to handle stress and chaos when life gets turbulent.
You're a really good mom.
1 out of 5. How many do you think I'm doing?
You're a really good mom.
Oh, Josh.
Oh, Chantel.
It didn't mean to be a trap. I just read it and I was reading through it going, She demonstrates how to handle stress and chaos when life gets turbulent.
Really?
Yep, I've done that. Check. Yeah, got that one. Hey, what's up?
You want to hear some hot dog news?
No. You
Yes.
always talk about hot dogs.
I like talking about hot dogs.
I think you just want to play this song.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog. It's fantastic. I just like it's summertime, and apparently every day there's new news about hot dogs.
You can just skip over the news about
This
hot
one
dogs.
doesn't involve Joey Chestnut,
Okay.
but it should. I want to talk about condiments. What do you put on your hot dog?
I put anything that's available. I like relish. I like ketchup. I like mustard.
Ketchup.
If there's sauerkraut, I like to put sauerkraut on it. Onions,
Would you put
I like
mayo on it?
onions. No, gross.
Why?
Because I don't like mayo.
Why gross?
Because I don't like mayo.
But have you tried it on a hot dog?
No.
Here's the new trend.
Oh.
People are putting mayo on their hot dogs.
Ew. I'm not a fan.
I would do it.
Would you?
I would. Here's what they're saying. People that are in favor of putting mayo on their hot dog are saying it tastes different and adds a creamy flavor to the hot dog.
I don't want, when I'm eating a hot dog, the last thing I want it to taste like is a creamy flavor. No, thank you.
It's also a fun change for those looking to try something new with their favorite summer snack.
A favorite summer snack? Who says, oh, my favorite summer snack is a hot dog?
I love them. They're so weird. I mean, just think about it. What a weird thing. Tubular food.
Tubular meat.
Yeah.
Even.
Yeah.
Let's compact this into a tube of meat.
Yeah.
And then put it in
silly?
some bread.
Yeah. Cover it with stuff like mayo.
Like,
so we can have a rich, creamy flavor to our weird tube meat.
It's gross.
They're silly.
Are we done talking about hot dogs?
I guess.
Okay.
Classy 97, it's Josh and Chantel. It's your Friday Would You Rather, this or that question of the day.
This is a compliments of Emery. She came up with this Would You Rather.
Okay.
Would you rather never be able to speak again or never be able to listen again?
Oh, boy. I'm going to have to go with listen because I've got to be able to speak, and my speech is going to get impacted by my inability to hear.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to know my tones and stuff. So it might sound weird, but I've got to be able to speak, I think, in order to make a paycheck. But listening's a real big, important part, too.
Yeah.
So I got to be able to hear what I'm doing.
Right.
I mean, I have some visual cues to know that things are working.
Yeah.
But if I could hear nothing and didn't have to wear headphones and just speak, it'd be a challenge.
What if you and I both were on the radio show and neither one of us could listen? We could only speak. So you'd have to see. Right now, I can't see your mouth because it's hiding behind the microphone.
Yeah.
So I would never know when you were talking.
Yeah, it'd be a mess.
Say something.
It'd be very hard to have a conversation because you would not be able to know what was being said.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would have to just be delivering your own
agenda.
Monologue all the time. That's very difficult.
It is difficult. And I would probably just jump in and say whatever I wanted to say without what you were talking about. You know what I mean? What if you were talking about the weather and I jumped in and I was like, nah, we're talking about dinosaurs.
It'd be interesting. It'd be an interesting show.
That'd be chaos.
What if one person could only listen and one person could only talk?
Oh.
What would that be like?
That would be...
Like you could never have a rebuttal? You can only just hear what I have to say.
I could give you looks.
Oh, and that would say a lot.
And hand gestures.
And everybody listening would be like, she's giving a look.
Yeah. Her silence. We can hear her silence.
Everybody, I know what she'd say here. Would you rather this or that? Josh and Chantel. Your Better Today Than Yesterday Daily Challenge. This one's pretty easy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and you can do this today, and then you could spend the weekend thinking about it if you need to. But you use a dry erase marker. Write a mantra on your mirror, something that you can read every day. You look in the mirror every day, something that's right there, and you can mindfully remind yourself of what you believe to be true, and then watch your actions follow. So write a mantra on your mirror in dry erase marker. Or permanent, whatever you're into. It's your mirror. Do what you want.
What's your mantra going to say?
I don't know yet. Should we look up a good quick mantra?
Mine's going to say, you belong on the radio. You belong on the radio.
There's one.
Because every day I go, what am I doing
Here's
here?
one. This one says, I am enough.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that good? Like,
Yeah.
That's an easy one. There's one that said, be the change.
I
That's
have
a big
everything
deal.
I need.
Always choose love.
I welcome abundance.
I am capable.
My life is good.
I am worth loving.
I deserve joy.
I have everything I need.
Look at us. Look at these mantras.
I deserve happiness. I am more than my thoughts. I love myself.
We get it, Josh.
These are all really good mantras.
They are. And I'm making kind of fun of it, but I think that it's helpful.
I like one that just says,
Really?
It's a reminder.
Relax.
To breathe. Yeah.
Everything's going to be okay.
Yep.
That's mine. Everything's going to be okay.
Write a mantra on your mirror so you can see it every day. That's the Better Today Than Yesterday Daily Challenge. That is going to do it for us for Friday. That means it's time for the weekend.
Yes.
So have a great day. Have a good weekend. We'll be back in the studio Monday. What's happening?
On Monday? Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend.
See ya later.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.